Hey everyone, welcome to Long Arm Wednesday. I'm Laura Lynn of the Mama Pop Quilt Shop, and we're very happy to see you here today. We're working on Auntie Julie's Purple Lonestar Scrappy Quilt, and we're almost done. Very, 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 very excited. So she's very much into nature, so I thought, why not put some bumblebees, some butterflies, some dragonflies. There's a beaver, a bear, a moose, and what we got stitching out right here is a fox. So it's going to finish up. This is actually three of these are the ones that Pop has designed via the quilt shop. So we're very happy to incorporate them in this quilt for sure. And I've done trees all the way around, so they're, no matter which way you're kind of flipping at it, it's not really directional, you know, so. And I figured 2 different animals in each corner, no matter which way she's looking at it either. So yeah, I hope she likes it. I'm loving it. So she does it. So the box is just going to finish out, and then I got a couple little clouds to put behind it. And then we're going to roll the quilt a little bit this way so I can work in this zone here, which I'm going to put a triangle feather. Walt's going to stitch it out. And then I'm going to take it off its belts, and then we're going to fill in the last of these diamonds. They've got 2 little sections to do here, so very, very, very excited. Okay, so this is where I made the mistake when we were doing the fox quilt. I thought it was done, but it wasn't. It actually had to still do a nose, and Pop did tell me, but you know, stuff happens. So now I'm going to get it to go do Stitch's little nose. There we go. I forgot he told me it was a 2 stitch out. So there we go. Now it's nice to be able to have this finished. It's a proper little stitch. It's just a little nose, but it makes a huge difference to the fox, trust me. There we go. Isn't that cute, little purple fox? All right, so clip those little threads. It's just going to do a cloud, and then I'm going to roll it, okay? Very excited to be working on this. It's such a beautiful day, too. Move that out of the way. It's just going to stitch 2 clouds. And, you know, there had some trees going on. I figure a couple clouds. Why not? It's my design. And I know I could have just put a big old swirl or an edge to edge or something on there, and she would have just loved it no matter what. But I wanted to give that extra touch and thought and how I wanted to create it for her. So there we go. Okay, so I'm going to move this up here for a moment, and you're going to take a look at some butterflies and some flowers. And I'm going to roll the quilt. Sorry, Loafy. She just got comfy. We were playing outside. Sorry, babe. Gotta move your bed. So I need to roll it towards me. Doo-doo-doo. Oh. And I'll probably have to, I need to stitch out that little triangle right there. So I need to make sure I'm getting it right within the spot that I need to click out and put the pattern. Okay. Just restabilize my quilt with my clamps. And I'll move this back a bit so you can see some of the colors and what I've already stitched so far while I get this all clamped up. Okay. I don't know if you liked the weekend project that we did. That was fun. Not sure how that really bright orange thread got on there, but all right. So we have between this zone here down to this point and over to here and then back up to put a feather, okay? But it's a triangle feather. So let me just go one moment, please. It's giving me a new group. Oh, sorry. Come on. Let's go. It really doesn't want to think today. Hello? Alrighty. Okay, weird. I don't know. I had to go all the way back to the first one. All right, so now I want to just draw a boundary. Okay. Here, coming along the edge, then down to the centers, and then back up to the other side. And it stitches out quite fast. It's actually quite pretty. So I want to close the drawing. And I know I've already got this in the opposite side over here. It's stitched out here and it's stitched out here. So I know I already have it in the like the database of how I want it to go. So what I have it doing, I have the points going to the outside. There's actually like a corner point to this. So I want to make sure I'm continuing to put that where it needs to be. So I think this one needs to go in this corner right here. Okay. You need to be consistent when you're working on big projects like this. Okay, let me go back and find the one I want. Copy, bring it over here, and slip it right in that little triangle and use some of my cycle handles to manipulate it into where it needs to be. Okay. So just give me one little shake of a rabbit's tail. To get this tweaked in its spot, it'll take just a moment. Sometimes it's easier than others. For some reason, that did not want to cooperate the way I wanted it to cooperate. Apologize, software is not cooperating with me today, or I'm not cooperating with it. It's probably a bit of both. Now, check that in just a smidge because I want to make sure it goes within those lines and so on. Fits, looks good, and start quilting. Okay, so it's going to come over here and then start, and it's going to do both sides. It's going to do one side and then do the other. Okay, and continue. So I'm holding those two threads down, and it's a pretty little stitch out. Okay. So we have Judy Patterson's, which was last Wednesday's Long Arm Wednesday project. Let me just move that out of the way until it's stitched out. It'll take a moment, but it's very pretty. Okay, that's from Judy, and we really like that one. Very colorful and very much an I Spy sort of kind of quilt. So very pleased with that. Thank you very much. It was fun to work on. Because you're spotting all the fun fabrics as you're quilting it up, right? So, and then we'll just come over here and fill in a bit of those and a bit of this. I have a couple to do. It seems I finished this one off, finish this, or do this one and do this one. So there's still a little bit to do. A very pretty purple thread. I forgot what color it is, but I know I've said it before, and I've showed it. I don't have another bobbin. It's in there. I like how you can flip and flop this one to suit your needs. I did a really big batik triangle quilt, and she really liked this pattern to go in the big triangle. So somehow some of them, because the triangles were so big, I had to put two of them together, but I flipped and flopped them or made sure they were mirror imaged. So yeah, turned out really nice. And this gives me a chance to really make this as, as beautiful as possible that I can via, the machine, the software, and, and all the beautiful patterns, and, including the ones that Pop has built. So, kind of don't like that it's stitching in there, but I can always fix that. I should have clicked it out and maybe tweaked it up a little bit via the handles, but I can change that. I'm not worried. And then it does the other side, and then it comes all the way back and stops right here, because it just kind of fills in that whole spine of the feather. It's a favorite. Actually, I've done it. It's on the cross wall hanging. It's on there, I think 3 times actually, because I did it one way big, and then I flipped and flopped it and did 2 small ones underneath. So, just learning and having fun, right? And if you have a big machine like this, or one you sit down at, don't be afraid of it. Just hop on board. Watch a few videos on YouTube. Get more comfortable. Only practice. Grab some, old bed sheets or scraps and putter around a couple of layers. You don't have any batting, just put a couple of layers of scrap fabric and just putter around. You'll get used to it. Make something for the cat, make something for the dog, make something for the back mudroom floor, you know. And then you'll get confident and you'll understand the machine better. That's the scary part, is you don't understand the machine. And until you play with it, like driving a car or using a new sewing machine or a new iron or anything like that, until you use it, you can't understand it. So hopefully that encourages, if you maybe have some brand new machines sitting there, or someone got you a brand new machine or new to you or whatever, just give her a try. You'd be amazed what you can come up with. And I want to see pictures. All right, it's almost done. And then we get to do some free motion fun stuff. And my center is not flat. It's got a little puckery in there, more so since I kind of quilted the little into it, but it's all right. She'll love it. Not bad for a firster. And then off it goes to do the spine. Very pretty. One of my favorites. Okay, now, tack those stitches. Make sure they're not gonna go anywhere. All right, now we get to take it off of this and switch it to freehand, which is called hand guided. Sorry, I knew it was something else. Okay, move this here. So one is one way, just pops right out, and the other one there. See? Okay, I just wanted to roll it just a little bit towards me so I can get all the way up here. I may have to roll it again, but that's okay. There we go. Because I knew I have to work in a couple of sections, so I had a feeling it was going to have to roll a little bit. That's okay. Happy to get it done. I almost finished it. I was like, no, I have to stop. When you get into the groove, now hopefully I can get back into the groove of it. Okay, so this was kind of the easy part. I just kind of picked and then just hopped, back down, over here, up here, down here, over here, up here, down here, over here, and that's how I went from each row. And then I just filling it up like a little, you know, got her done. Okay, so we'll work up here, because that's where I ended off here. This is all stitched up in here, so I'll continue by going off onto this way. Lock some stitches. Move that out of the way. Oh, it's at the continue button, so I can get it back to the mode I want, which is hand guided. And then I want more than just 6 stitches per inch. I would like 12. There we go. Okay. All right, here we go. Do-do-do. All right. And in no time at all, it looks really pretty. And all you're doing is just jumping from seam point to seam point. To me, that was just the nicest way I thought I could complement it. Of course, that already has one, so I'm just going to retrace this back down here and do this, and then this. And it's easy enough to go over your stitches again, if you need to. Doesn't that look lovely? Just in no time at all. And this is definitely something you can do on your domestic. Very easy. Just get into a rhythm. And then you find out all of a sudden you got no place to go because you've done it all. Don't forget to move. That's a little foldy in there, but that's okay. We're just hold the fabric out a little bit so it doesn't get too much pinched underneath. Okay, and this one already had started, so let's just retrace. Go up on this one. Now I'm going into another of the, the star petals per se, and it's just the same principle. I'm just working in a little bit of the different direction, see? You're still doing the same thing, just the curve is the other way. Okay, now this one goes all the way over to here, but I think I might come up, so we'll just bounce over here. We have to start and stop because we're going to have to roll soon. Roll the quilt. So I can finish off the last little 2 petals. What do they call them anyways? Flower, star blades, star petals. I don't know. It's a lone star, but... Okay, now I'll go back this way. And then in here... Okay, now because I have pretty much down here to keep going, so I'm just going to give a quick roll so I can continue on. Isn't it looking awesome? Looks very, very pretty. Very pretty. Okay. Get to all of it. I have a hard time getting down to that tip there, but we'll try. I have literally ridden my bike everywhere. Oops. I forgot to break threads. It's okay, we'll do it right now. No, there we go. Everywhere I could so far. And like the past 2 weeks has been amazing. Feels so good just to be riding anywhere and packing up my side bags and wherever I needed to go, and it's been fantastic. All right, so we'll start back over here because we ended up over there. We don't need to retrace there, but we can finish off this section here because I got to go here and then that little bit, and then that's it. Okay. Unless I run out of bobbin, then we're done. Because that means I gotta take it off the back of the machine and load one. I try to usually get 2 popular colors, but sometimes when there are colors I'm just not quite sure of, I'll get 1. And I specifically bought this color for Auntie Julie's quilt, so I wasn't sure if I was going to use it again for any other quilts, right? And so far, I have not. It's just Auntie Julie's so far. Oop, okay, I'm going to move. Yes, and please join us on Sundays. We're so far on the live stream, 3 p.m. We are working on the double wedding ring. So we've got a couple more weeks on that, and we're very excited. It's also going to family members. Almost done. So say you can totally get lost in this little repetitive hop, skip, jump sort of thing. And next thing you know, you are totally done your project. And you're like, whoa, how did I even get there? Works with squares, works with rectangles, it works with diamonds, it works with, you know, pretty much anything you can think of. Okay, now we're just gonna pop the other direction and fill it up. And it doesn't really take much more than that to make this whole pattern pop, right? And the diamonds kind of dictate the way it's got to go, so you know, it's really quite a easy and forgiving stitch out. And you can really do a lot with it, and it looks really pretty on the back. Okay, go back down there. Let's finish this side. Love all the different purples in here. 24 different purples. That's not including the ones on the outside. I think those are 2 colors I introduced that were not actually in the diamonds in here. Okay, and then that's come back up here, up there, there. And then you just pop yourself around. Try not to break threads. You know you can get to one space to the next. Just kind of maybe think about it first and do a little chalk plan or think to yourself like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, or you know, sing a little song, do a little dance. All right, got a little bit to do up here. We might have to bounce a little bit to come back because there's like this one here that somehow got left. Okay, that's down here. And then we need to come down one more. There we go. We're good. So just think about it and you can get yourself there. Oh, I don't know about the bottom here. Yep, okay. Woo. A little bit of a curve to that one, but that's okay. I didn't want to bump the bar. Oh, and our garden is looking amazing. Completely amazing. Between the strawberries and the squashes, and that is it, my friends. That is the end point. Done. All right. Hope you love it, Auntie Julie, because I know I do. Okay, all right, we'll give it a little off the racks here, and you get to take a look at the back. Okay. I'll just do a little zip, because it's easier to do the zip than all the unpinning bits. Okay. Okay. There we go. My favorite parts of the quilting. All right, let me just lock this one up a little bit, and then I'll just pull one out. And Pop can get a look at it. Hold on. There we go. Can you see it? Up a little bit. Well, and there's Auntie Julie's quilt. All right. Thanks, everybody. Really appreciate your adventure on this scrappy Lone Star adventure with me. We really appreciate you here at the Mom Pop Quilt Shop, and don't forget to check us out on Patreon, and I will show some full and detailed pictures at the end of the video, okay? So I'll take some really good shots, okay? Take care, everybody. Have a fantastic day.